You might be surprised to learn that reheating certain foods improperly can quietly affect your health, especially as you grow older. What seems like a harmless habit can actually disrupt digestion, increase inflammation, and even interfere with memory and balance. Research published in journals like the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition highlights the long-term risks of reheated meals for older adults. While leftovers may seem safe, reheating some common foods can lead to nutrient loss or the creation of compounds that quietly strain your heart, blood sugar, or joint systems that are vital for strength and independence past the age of 65. In this article, we'll explore which foods seniors should never reheat and which ones, when warmed the right way, actually become more beneficial. And if you stick with me until the end, I'll reveal one everyday meal that may be quietly chipping away at your well-being with every serving. Let's begin by talking about the foods that are safe and even smart to reheat, because when prepared correctly, they can boost your energy, mobility, and memory each day. But first, if you haven't done so yet, I recommend clicking the button and turning on the bell icon so you don't miss personalized health tips in the future. Type 1 in the comments if you're enjoying this video. If not, type 0 and let me know how I can tailor it better to your needs. Seniors should confidently reheat these 3 foods. First, oatmeal, a warm embrace for both the stomach and the mind. For many in their golden years, mornings represent a quiet, reflective reset, a time to begin again with purpose. And few foods reflect that peaceful energy like a comforting bowl of oats. Surprisingly, reheating oatmeal doesn't reduce its benefits, it can actually enhance them, especially for aging bodies needing gentle nutrition. When oats are cooked and cooled, a transformation occurs. The starches begin to restructure into what's known as resistant starch, a form of carbohydrate that resists digestion in the small intestine. These starches survive reheating and go on to feed the good bacteria in the gut, supporting digestion, stabilizing blood sugar, and reducing widespread inflammation. And this isn't just science, it's practical wisdom for those over 65. As we age, blood sugar becomes harder to manage, and digestion naturally slows. Reheated oatmeal offers a steady, low glycemic source of energy that promotes focus and satiety, releasing energy gradually rather than spiking and crashing. But the benefits go even further. Oats contain beta-glucan, a soluble fiber shown to lower LDL, or bad, cholesterol, supporting heart health, which is especially critical for seniors. Unlike many breakfasts packed with added sugars or saturated fat, oatmeal is gentle, familiar, and endlessly customizable. Additions like blueberries, walnuts, or cinnamon do more than taste good, they bring powerful antioxidants that fight aging at the cellular level. Reheated oatmeal offers not just physical nourishment, but emotional comfort too. It's familiar, soothing, and grounding, especially on cold mornings or low-energy days. It's not just another meal. It's a small, daily act of self-care and resilience. And yet, few realize its true value. While many warm meals may comfort, reheated oats heal, offering real benefits from the inside out. Still, not all foods are this kind. Some that seem harmless can become harmful when reheated, causing issues far beyond the gut. They can influence long-term mobility, nerve function, and chronic fatigue. So, what's the next food that actually grows stronger with gentle reheating? One that nourishes the bones and strengthens the immune system with every bite. Chances are, it's already sitting in your fridge waiting to be transformed into something truly healing. If you're still reading, let me know in the comments below that you're finding this helpful. Now let's move on to food number 2, vegetable soup. A gentle remedy for the soul, joints, and immune system. A warm bowl of vegetable soup holds quiet healing power, especially in the peaceful late afternoon when the body begins to feel its age and golden light filters softly through the windows. This isn't just comfort food, it's ancestral wisdom ladled into a bowl. And for older adults navigating the subtle challenges of aging, reheating vegetable soup is more than a practical choice, it's a restorative ritual that enhances nutritional value with every warm-up. Homemade vegetable soup, unlike many processed options, becomes even more nutrient-dense the next day. Why? Because hearty vegetables like carrots, sweet potatoes, celery, onions, and leafy greens continue to break down after initial cooking. As their cell walls soften with gentle reheating, they release minerals and plant compounds that weren't fully available the first time around. The result is a richer, more potent source of antioxidants, hydration, and phytonutrients, elements especially vital for those over 65. As we age, immune defenses weaken, and issues like joint pain, inflammation, and respiratory vulnerability increase. Reheated vegetable soup serves as a gentle, nourishing shield, especially when it's infused with natural healing agents like garlic, turmeric, or fresh parsley. The soothing warmth promotes circulation, opening up blood vessels and warming cold hands and feet, while its anti-inflammatory properties begin working quietly beneath the surface, reducing strain and easing discomfort. For seniors who struggle with appetite, soup is a blessing. It's easy to digest, gentle on the senses, and provides essential nourishment without overwhelming the body. On days when meals feel like a chore, its soft texture and mild flavor encourage eating without resistance, helping maintain hydration, strength, and nutrient intake. But soup also nourishes emotionally. When carefully prepared and lovingly reheated, it carries memories of cozy kitchens, family meals, and simpler times when food was prepared with intention. Every spoonful offers a return to familiarity, a comforting pause in a fast-paced world, a simple act of self-care. It's also an ideal way to include healing herbs and mineral-rich vegetables without relying on heavy fats or overpowering spices, perfect for those with hypertension, arthritis, or digestive issues. Soup is a gentle, grounding food, adaptable and forgiving. It meets the changing needs of the aging body with quiet grace. But what if the simple side dish beside your soup bowl was also strengthening your bones and supporting your heart without you even realizing it? That's where our next food comes in. When properly reheated, this often overlooked grain could become your strongest ally against weakness and fatigue. Let's move on to number 3, brown rice, a humble foundation for longevity, heart resilience, and lasting strength. Simple, steady, and quietly powerful meals like these hold timeless wisdom. Brown rice may lack flair, but when gently reheated, it offers something invaluable to seniors: sustainable energy, stability, and nourishment with every bite. Unlike white rice, it retains the bran and germ natural sources of fiber, B vitamins, selenium, and magnesium, all essential nutrients for aging bodies. Similar to oatmeal, cooked and cooled brown rice forms resistant starch, which supports gut health and blood sugar control. But here's the real advantage: when reheated properly, using steam or a splash of water to preserve texture, these complex carbs become easy to digest while releasing energy gradually. This gentle energy curve helps regulate blood sugar and prevents the highs and crashes that drain joy from daily life. For seniors managing conditions like type 2 diabetes, sluggish digestion, or heart concerns, this slow-release energy is a gift. Brown rice not only stabilizes mood and stamina but also nurtures the microbiome, encouraging beneficial gut bacteria that enhance digestion and reduce inflammation. Every spoonful supports each step you take, each heartbeat you feel, and every moment you live with strength and clarity. Inflammation, mood, and immune function are all directly influenced by magnesium, a mineral found abundantly in brown rice and one that is often lacking in older adults. Magnesium is essential for calming the nervous system, regulating blood pressure, and relaxing muscles, especially at night when leg cramps or restlessness may disrupt much-needed sleep. That's why, with each gentle reheating, brown rice becomes more than a simple meal. It becomes a quiet ritual of support, fortifying the body from within, offering calm, balance, and sustained energy. But there's more to rice than its physical benefits. It holds emotional value too. The aroma, the soft steam rising from a freshly warmed bowl, these evoke memories of family dinners, peaceful kitchens, and the comfort of home. Reheating rice isn't just about convenience, it's about continuity. A small yet meaningful act that tells the aging body it's still being nurtured, respected, and encouraged to thrive. And practically speaking, brown rice fits seamlessly into a senior's kitchen. It's easy to prepare in batches, reheat gently, and pair with simple, nourishing additions like lentils, steamed vegetables, or a drizzle of olive oil. For those who find complex cooking routines tiring, it serves as both a literal and symbolic foundation for healthy aging: steady, adaptable, and quietly powerful. While reheated brown rice restores and re-energizes, not all leftover meals share that gift. In fact, some once beloved dishes can become harmful upon reheating, subtly undermining the very organs they once soothed. Imagine that the next time you microwave something familiar, you could be unknowingly irritating your nerves, stressing your heart, or clouding your memory. What you're about to discover may forever change how you view your leftovers. Let's begin with one that often hides in plain sight. 1. Cooked mushrooms, the silent thread beneath the surface. Mushrooms, earthy and nourishing, connect us to the soil, to something ancient and grounding. With their low-fat content, gentle flavor, and antioxidant richness, they're a common favorite among health-conscious seniors. But beneath that velvety surface lies a lesser-known risk, especially when it comes to reheating. When mushrooms are cooked fresh, their proteins and amino acids undergo natural changes that make them easier to digest. However, once they've cooled and are reheated, these proteins can denature again, this time into structures that the body, particularly an aging digestive system, may struggle to break down. A younger person might not feel the effects, but for older adults with slower enzyme production and sensitive guts, this second transformation can lead to bloating, discomfort, or nausea. And that's just the beginning. If mushrooms sautéed in oil or butter are left at room temperature for too long before being stored, or reheated too gently later, they can become breeding grounds for harmful bacteria like Clostridium botulinum or Listeria monocytogenes. These pathogens don't always announce their presence loudly. In fact, they often go undetected, triggering low-level infections or discomfort that linger, unrecognized. For seniors, such exposure can result in weakened immunity, fatigue, or inflammation that gradually erodes quality of life. You might not connect the dots. You might feel drained after lunch, or find your digestion unreliable. But over time, these quiet disturbances add up, chipping away at your energy, resilience, and peace of mind. And nutritionally, mushrooms lose much of their antioxidant power during reheating. What once protected you from oxidative stress and cellular aging becomes a bland, less beneficial version of itself. It may still taste familiar, but it no longer serves your evolving needs. In a world that values convenience, it might seem harmless to toss yesterday's mushrooms back in the pan or microwave. But for those over 60, every choice matters, especially the ones we make every day. If you're committed to safeguarding your memory, your joints, and your immune strength, it's worth letting go of this reheating habit. Instead, enjoy mushrooms freshly cooked, savoring their full flavor and benefit at their peak. Let them be a gift to your health, not a leftover that loses its value with each reheating. But now, let's turn to another vibrant favorite, one that seems crisp and healthful, yet may quietly stir up more trouble than you expect when warmed again: post-meal crashes, foggy thinking, and uneven energy levels that rob your afternoons of strength and clarity. What once felt like comfort food now becomes a metabolic trap, causing blood sugar spikes followed by deep, draining lows. Over time, this constant roller coaster silently undermines your circulation, making it harder for oxygen and nutrients to reach your legs, brain, and heart. You may find yourself moving slower, thinking less clearly, or experiencing persistent swelling or discomfort in your limbs without knowing why. But the concern doesn't stop at blood sugar. Reheated white potatoes, especially those left out too long or reheated in foil or microwave containers, can foster bacterial growth, like Clostridium botulinum, the same organism that can lead to serious foodborne illness. While rare, seniors are particularly vulnerable to infections due to weakened immune responses and reduced gut resilience. Even small mishandlings can create outsized impacts on an aging body. The saddest part? These issues are often brushed aside as normal aging, when they may be signs that your favorite leftovers are quietly working against you. However, white potatoes are not the enemy. It's the reheating that invites the risk. When eaten fresh and cooked gently, preferably boiled or steamed with herbs instead of fried or drenched in butter, they can be part of a wholesome meal. You can even enhance their nutritional profile by pairing them with fiber-rich vegetables or a lean protein, which helps stabilize their blood sugar impact. The key is freshness, balance, and mindful preparation. So before you scoop another plate of yesterday's mashed potatoes or re-crisp those leftover fries, pause. Ask yourself, is this bite bringing strength or strain? In your golden years, your body deserves care, not compromise. You've earned meals that uplift, not meals that silently erode. To summarize, not all leftovers are created equal. While foods like oatmeal, vegetable soup, and brown rice gently nourish when reheated, others like mushrooms, eggs, and white potatoes can lose their nutritional value and even turn harmful with time and heat. Aging gracefully isn't just about adding new habits, but also knowing which old ones to let go of. Each meal is a chance to protect your memory, fortify your joints, and support your heart. Be selective, be kind to yourself. If this message resonated with you, please leave a comment below. Have you ever felt tired or bloated after reheating one of these foods? Let's talk about it, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, so you never miss an update from Senior Health. Together, we'll keep moving forward stronger, wiser, and well-fed.